Hi guys, until the end BB here, doing something a little bit different. Today, I'm starting a Let's Play. First Let's Play I've done. So the game is going to be Ace Combat 5, the Unsung War. Um, I played this game a long time ago on the PS2, and it was originally, I borrowed it from one of my cousins and didn't really think much of it, and now it's kind of become one of my favorites of the PS2 generation. I've always been an Ace Combat fan, but I came into the game pretty late. That's like I said, Ace Combat 5 was the first I ever played, and then I played the PSP version, and that one was fun. And then I also played Ace Combat Assault Horizon. That one gets a lot of flack for what they did with it, and it's a very simplistic game in its nature, but I personally enjoyed it because of they gave you helicopter gameplay. It had a lot of variety, and it was a lot of fun. And then, as of recently, we got Ace Combat 7, which I just beat, a couple days ago, and I thought about it, and I was like, well, for what it was worth, the Ace Combat 7 was a really fun experience, but I think it lacked most in the story aspect. And I can't super hate on the developers at all because it was very obvious that from the get-go their focus was gameplay, and Ace Combat 7 nails it throughout the park. I mean, it was a fantastic experience, and the graphical fidelity is amazing, especially when you're flying through clouds and so on and so forth. But I thought it'd be a really fun idea to go back to Ace Combat's roots, and at some point I need to finish playing Ace Combat 4, because everyone talks about that one being an amazing game, and there's another one that I can't remember the name of either. But besides the point, let's go ahead and get started with the campaign mode. A new game, of course. Normal, English. Let's go with hard. I think
15 years ago,
let's go ahead and listen to this.
there was a war. Well, war's broken out here plenty of times before. They've tried to invade the Southlands through the Northern Valley time and time again. Luck was never on their side, though, and their victories didn't last long. They didn't realize that times had changed. Facing one defeat after another, losing territory and watching their nation dwindle, they built up their industrial strength to unprecedented heights and used it to wage one final battle against the world. That was 15 years ago. They fought ferociously, but were utterly defeated. The Belkans then committed the unthinkable. They used nuclear weapons on their own soil. Seeing this tragedy unfold before their own eyes, the victorious countries vowed to throw down their weapons. The world was once again at peace, and thanks to them, it seemed it would last forever. On a distant island, far away from civilization, the protectors of the peace take to the skies.
Yeah. Also, just as a weird side note, the scaling's kind of weird on this, just because of the old PS2 graphics, but it's fine. We'll deal with it.
Give me a break. I'm babysitting nuggets up here.
Oh, I'm excited.
We have leakers, aircraft type unknown. Crossing the border at Cape Landers, bearing 278 to 302. Captain Bartlett, your flight is the only group close enough to make the intercept. Baker, Svensson, go trail and stay close. The three of us will go high and engage the bandits. All other aircraft stay low and out of the fight.
The world turned upside down, and my stomach turned inside out.
Sorry about this.
The captain's apology to me seemed misplaced. One instructor had survived the fight, but crashed on landing. The other one was killed in action high up in the clouds. It wasn't his fault that the unidentified aircraft fired on us without warning. Nor was it his fault that the low-altitude area where he sent his trainees was directly in front of the enemy. 8 people died because the command room had misplaced some zeros. That pilot in the number 7 was amazing. Did you see her fight back?
I couldn't bear to watch. Nagase, you keep flying like that and you'll die real soon.
I won't die, sir.
The only surviving trainee's voice was almost a whisper.
Are you sure? You look like you couldn't hurt a fly.
Her face was pale, but she still managed to smile a bit for the camera. The photo, along with my camera, was confiscated by base security. It was as if our little undeclared war never happened. I came to cover this remote island because I heard that a very unique squadron leader was stationed here. I didn't realize he was this unique, though. This bad-mouthed, good-natured old firebrand could take the greenest of rookies and forge him into a fearsome fighter pilot. Of course, that possibility vanished with the day's encounter. The only crew he had left now were Second Lieutenant Nagase and the few pilots that happened to be on the ground that day.
I know you don't like this, but we're short on people. Starting tomorrow, all you nuggets are gonna be sitting alert. If we launch, stay glued to me up there. Nagase,
Sir.
you're flying number 2 on my wing. Gotta keep an eye on you, or who knows what you'll get yourself into.
At ease, people. But don't get too comfortable. It's a grave situation for all of us right now.
I love that
Let's
chin
get this
shot.
briefing started.
Big boy.
Another aircraft of unknown origin has entered Ocean Federation airspace. We have confirmed the target type as a strategic recon plane flying at very high altitude. Despite our repeated warnings, it continued to penetrate our ADIS and was fired upon by Ocean Coastal Defense Force SAMs. We believe one of our SAMs damaged the unknown plane, but did not destroy it. Radar shows that the aircraft is currently losing altitude and is attempting to egress feet wet towards the ocean. Intercept this target and force it to land for identification. Do not fire upon this aircraft until further orders are transmitted.
Cool. Sorry about that. So, you know, for those who don't know much about Ace Combat, just think of it as just a really fun, kind of, definitely more on the arcadey side, but still got some, little bit of flight sim genes in it. And, you know, you're going to see, you know, a lot more targets than what real life pilots would actually have to go through, because, you know, maybe you have like 50 or so missiles, unlike real life where you only have maybe 4 on your plane at a time. But it's still a whole lot of fun. These graphics still look okay though.
We are approaching the target. This is AWACS, call sign Thunderhead. Roger. Bring the target to the ground. Do not fire at the target. Repeat. Do not fire at the target.
At least it's full screen on this.
Wardog 2, roger.
Wardog 3, roger.
Wardog 4. Hello? Can you hear me, kid? You better be marking our tail, son.
Oh yeah.
Looks like you're confident at least. Don't get separated from me. Man, I'm glad you
One thing's kind of weird I don't see is that when I try to slightly move my stick around to kind of look at planes and stuff,
You need a nickname too?
it just is really weird with the input. I don't know why it does that, but this is on my brand new controller too, so I don't know if there's any way I can do that. So there's also a couple features. Oh wait.
Cut me some
Oh, these guys are great.
We've got company. Let's go. You're forbidden to fire until I give permission, understand?
Yes, we do.
Good boy.
That sounds weird, but you know.
Alright, where's Motormouth Chopper? That's your name for me? You got a knack for comic dialogue. You might send me a
Oh,
surrender request for
the
me.
spy plane's an SR-71 Blackbird.
Please, age before beauty. I'm real shy around strangers, you know.
Interesting. Sorry about that camera.
Testing.
Maybe at some point it'll be figured out.
Identified aircraft. Set your course for our beacon immediately. Good. We will direct you to the nearest airfield. Lower your gear if you understand. Warning, we have 4 high-speed bogies inbound. Approaching unknown aircraft bearing 280, altitude 6,000. Hold your fire until further orders. Crossing the pond to fly cover for their spy plane, huh?
Got some planes up ahead.
Pilot worth his wings. Enemy
Spy
inbound
plane's
bearing
going away now.
280. Head on. You're not to fire until I say it's okay. Got me? Good
Sure.
boy.
It's interesting because the first thing that Ace Combat 7 doesn't have is that kind of simple dialogue interaction. Everyone just talks about your character, you know, and directly to them, but they never respond. At least your character in this game kind of does.
Heads up! They're firing on us! Warthog Squadron, weapons safe. Hold your fire until further orders. Oh, come on! Those aren't blanks they're firing out there! Shut your mouth and fire back! Captain Bartlett, this is Thunderhead. You are violating direct orders. Shove it. I'm not gonna watch any more of my pilots die.
Edge, engaging.
Definitely, definitely feels smoother than the PS2 version.
You know, go ahead. Warthog Squadron, weapons safe. Hold your fire until further
I love camera tracking.
To engage bandits.
Doesn't sound weird.
What's he flying around here for? Trying to start a war or something? Don't let him get away. Aim straight. Hold your fire. My only regret is not being able to fly with a captain with a sunnier disposition. I feel like I'm the only one being targeted. You talk too much, that's why. You're the only here.
Yep.
Wardog, I ordered weapons safe for all aircraft. Follow orders and hold your fire.
Fourth thunder with head.
Repeat. Do not fire at the target.
Whoops! I didn't fire.
Don't get too cocky or you're a dead man. Stick with me, I'll take care of you. Enemy recon plane down. Oh, what a shame. Too tired to party? Whoa, those guys are really mad now.
I remember it being this cloudy in the first mission.
Damn, dogfighting sucks, man. My senses are all numb. I don't even have time to be afraid. Turning to evade.
I'm gonna pause it for just a second.
Watch your six. Remember the fundamentals and don't get too creative out there. If you need help, ask for it sooner than later. Heartbreak 1 to all planes. Is everything functioning normally? Good. Let's go. I'll show who's in command of this outfit. Just leave it to me.
Oh, we don't have flares in this game. Okay. Well, maybe some other planes might have flares. I don't know.
Good, good. Nicely done, Chopper. We're still in this. You might get another serving soon. Blaze, this is Chopper. Don't be getting nervous now. You gonna be okay?
Whoa.
Good. Looks like we can all hear each other. You all alive? Alright. Nice work, Nuggets. War Dog 4, you still following us? Well, to commemorate the fact that we all made it out of that battle alive, I'm gonna let you keep your nickname. From now on, I'm gonna call you Kid, no matter what. Got it? Good. Yeah, I swear.
You always have this fun replay camera you can go through and... Oh, I didn't realize you could actually change to different planes. That's neat. But they're not gonna do that. Then you get a nice
Emergency
after action
transmission
report
from Central.
and it shows how many points you got. To all Sand Island base personnel, all information regarding today's instance was classified. 2. Captain Jack Barley is ordered to report to the base headquarters immediately. And here's the end note.
The whole affair with the unidentified aircraft was covered up. There was even a rumor going around that it was actually a UFO. Officially, the world was still at peace. Having witnessed the battle myself, I wasn't allowed to leave the island.
Why do they even bother reprimanding me anymore? I know I'm gonna be stuck at Captain forever.
Who do you think's covering up the battle?
Listen, the only thing across that ocean is Murska Air Base. That's Uktabanian territory.
But haven't we been allies with the Ukes since the war 15 years ago?
Yeah. That's why we got people working their asses off trying to confirm what the hell's going on over there. I bet they've got hotlines ringing off the hook somewhere upstairs. The government doesn't want to get the public riled up with all this, you know? But it doesn't matter. Soldiers like us are too stupid to think for ourselves, so we just gotta keep our mouths shut when they tell us to. I feel kind of bad for you, actually.
It's all right. I get to be with you guys.
Captain's probably hating this more than anybody.
Hmm?
He used to have a lady friend over in Uktabania.
That's just an old war wound now.
Heartbreak. Let's do the next mission, just because it was short, and then we'll move on to the next one from there. Open War. I definitely like these cutscenes a little bit better. These the actual ones. These ones are always the same as the other intros.
We've confirmed that this ship has launched numerous unmanned aerial vehicles probably used for reconnaissance. The UAV will likely return to the launch ship for retrieval after completing their spy operations. You are to halt this operation by intercepting and destroying these recon drones before they can be recovered by the ship. However, do not attack the ship until further orders are transmitted.
Start mission.
War Dog, this is Thunderhead. Unmanned recon drones
It's funny because you're supposed to be part of this squadron, but you can really just fly them and don't even give a damn.
You got that, gang?
You do not respond if you want to.
Edge, roger.
Show me what you got, kid.
I didn't say anything to that part. Oh, another one.
Your orders are to not fire on the ship, understood?
No.
Kid, calm down. Man, do I have to do everything for you? It just means I'm high-ranking officer material, Captain.
Lol. I like how they just fall.
How you doing, kid? Pretty easy, huh?
Yup.
Okay, let's hurry up and finish this.
The drones in this game are a lot dumber than Ace Combat 7.
Enemies for me, okay?
Nah, you guys are too slow.
Other recon crafts have probably reached the mainland too.
I sure hope not.
Dumbfire test
I
practice.
hate to be in a dogfight with these guys. I'm glad there aren't any live people in these things, aren't you?
No, they're boring.
Really? I'd much rather deal with drones like these myself.
You're lazy.
Are those drones remote controlled?
Guess this is a good time to
There's a
have
lot of
little
drones just to go back to
kill
one
scores.
ship. I think it's a little bit easier to use the guns in this game.
First the spy plane, then drones, huh?
Oh. Ooh, the chase camera. A little weird. Just exploded under us.
Some funky evasive maneuvers.
Why not?
That ship, is that where these drones are headed?
Get a closer look. Nope.
Closing fast. Same attack axis as before. 280, same vector as last time. Jeez, how many planes they got lined up at the border? We've only got 4 on our side. We better abort.
Like a barge.
This way. Think you can stick to my tail? I think your sense of humor needs some extra training.
Ooh, really?
I can't make it. They're running me down. Oh, you're taking the trail position today, rock and roller? Hold on. I'll clear 6 o'clock for you. Damn it. Why'd I have to draw the short straw today?
Let me shoot now.
Everyone else, quit gawking and start shooting. Don't worry. Just remember your training. Captain Bartlett.
Enemy fire confirmed. Turning to engage. Edge engaging.
Heartbreak 1 engaging. Chopper engaging. Bulldog, you are not cleared to engage at this time.
Another thing that's kind of interesting is this game actually shows how much damage.
What are you thinking, Wardog?
Nice. It shows how much damage the enemy planes has done to them. Maybe they did in 7. Let's pay attention, but.
Good, good. Landed on the captain's tail. I'm on it.
Alright, not bad.
Another feature that
Fight this time.
will be shown in this game that I missed in Ace Combat 7 is the ability to give orders to your teammates. I really liked that in this game, and they even kind of have that in Ace Combat 4, but in the new one they don't have that, which it definitely detracts the experience of having a squadron. But you know,
Damn it, kid! Hurry up and help me out here!
I'm cutting them maybe a little too much slack in some areas, but you know, focus on design, I guess. Ooh, I got him good there. Down, the burner's going. Ooh,
Where'd they come from? Are they with that other
stay on
group
it.
we ran into? Are these the only
I don't know
ones
why I
that
just
made it
decided to start using the guns. Too late.
Edge. Box 2.
Nice.
clear? All hostile aircraft are destroyed.
He's all by himself over there. Destroy the boat now? Mm-hmm.
Warning still in effect. Keep your heads on a swivel. Watch out, Nagasei. They're down below us, too.
Captain.
Hey, save the waterworks. I'm just gonna bail out here. We can replace these things. It's getting the crew back alive that counts. Make a call to scramble the search and rescue copter and my reserve plane, okay?
What?
Warning! Warning!
Oh.
War Dog Squadron, return to base immediately.
But the rescue helicopter isn't here yet.
Leave that to the rescue team. Refuel and rearm at the base.
That
Get back in
Phantom,
the air
I
immediately.
think it's a
The
Phantom,
enemy has declared
requires
war on
2
us.
pilots to effectively fly the aircraft, but only one person is ever flying them. And one guy never gets the credit he deserves.
The reconnaissance UAV and the unidentified fighter aircraft that bounced us during the mission have been shot down. The country of origin of the ship is still unknown, but it has ceased operations in our maritime defense zone and has departed the area. Once we sanitize our coastal waters, we will conduct a search and rescue mission to find Captain Bartlett, who was shot down. Furthermore, the Union of Yuktobanian Republics has officially declared war on the Osean Federation.
Yep. Alrighty, I think that's going to be doing it for the at least first 2 missions. Gonna keep these a little bit short. The missions are obviously gonna get longer over time, but you know, being strapped for time right now. So you know, thank you for watching. If there's any suggestions for anything, let me know. At some point, these missions are going to get longer, so I'm kind of on the debating side of whether or not I'm going to edit out smaller parts that aren't as interesting. But at the same time, a lot of dialogue is in exchange between the pilots during these missions, so a lot of, you know, good information actually happens. So I might just keep this as a full playthrough and not cut it, but we'll see. Whatever I think is going to be a little more entertaining to watch. But either way, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the third sortie.